Right, let me get this right. Let me get my head around this, because none of this adds up. It's got a much lower FPS, it's way more expensive than most others, and I can't even slap a Dean's or a Tamiya type battery pack in there. Are you having a laugh? First of all, a huge thank you to Airsoft Entrepot. Thank you so much for sending me this. Yes, it's the Tokyo Marui HK416D. Absolutely excited when Airsoft Entrepot contacted me and said, would you like to choose something? And this was on the list, and so this came through. Now, if you're wondering why on earth I went for this as opposed to what else was on the list, and I'm telling you, it was quite a nice list. Well, if I told you the first time I ever experienced the Tokyo Marui with that whole recoil shock system, I was impressed.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Naughty.
Connect. This is accurate as well.
It's well accurate.
Oh.
Trust me, that was awesome, but this one is on a next level. No, literally, yes. Next generation AEG. Oh, let's get this open. Cue the music. So, okay, let's do this. Oh, it's got some weight to it. So, first of all, thank you, Airsoft Entrepot, for the extras that you also sent. We'll get back to that in a moment. There is just something about Tokyo Marui and their packaging. Okay, let's see what we've got. The first thing we have here is some sort of, warning, sort of do's and don'ts in airsoft. This one being super important, especially these days. And then we have this. This one makes me chuckle because it doesn't matter how high-end a Tokyo Marui product is, they've always got one of these in there. I wish I knew what it said, but it always looks like a little comic or something. And then, of course, you have the instruction manual, or if you like, your operator's manual. That sounds way more tactical. Ha! And there's also this little leaflet thing about your SOP mod battery. SOP what? I hear you say. Well, this thing here, look. Look at that for a battery pack. It has your instructions, your do's and don'ts for the battery, and also instructions for this. That's a little adapter so you can crack on with your charging, but it doesn't charge the battery. Here, let me show it to you a bit closer. Oh, and there, look, your complimentary little bag of BBs. The one time you don't throw them away, they're decent BBs. They're from TM, for crying out loud. Right, so let me show you this little contraption, and you're thinking, yeah, well, I'll show you, yeah. As amazing and as cool as this battery pack looks... Oh, TM, why do you do things like this? You can't just slap it on your standard charger. Look. Look. Looks pretty cool. It's basically one of these, but done the Tokyo Marui way. And note, it's missing your Tamiya plug. So now you can appreciate how this little battery adapter works. You literally just slot it on there, like that, and then voila, you now have your Tamiya plug and slap it on your usual charger. Decent. But there's nothing stopping you from getting this rewired so it just has a Dean's connector or a plug or just another little adapter. But I'll show you in there in a moment. So you also get this next gen mag, and this mag, pretty cool. It allows you to change between 30 or 82 BBs. Now that is pretty cool. And of course, it goes without saying, once the last BB has been spent, that bad boy stops. Wait, again, just love how Tokyo Marui does its packaging. Second to none. It's got a good weight to it. And again, it's a Tokyo Marui and it's full metal, apart from the stock, of course. Oh nice, I've also got an Airsoft Entrepot patch. They also sent me this patch and some thread locker. So what is setting this apart from any other AEG in my collection? It's got that recoil system that mimics the actual bolt movement every time a BB leaves the barrel. But you may say, come on Airsoft Mike, you've got stuff like that already. Yes, but it's a Tokyo Marui. And did any of you notice what happened to the bolt catch when I put the mag in? The mag's empty. And look at the bolt catch. Watch what happens when I remove said mag. Did you see that? Let me push it back in again. Come on. Milsim much? So before we get to all of that, we've got this very nice grippy rubberized butt plate or butt pad, and this is where your battery compartment is. Now look at that. So you have your fuse there, and what I was saying earlier on, you see this little connection right there? You would literally drop your battery pack down there and that will make a connection to that. So you have your rear sling points, your retractable stock, and naturally that will have various positions. You have your charging handle that also releases your dust cover and reveals the world famous Tokyo Marui hop-up system. And you have your cheeky little HK markings on your mock bolt. You have your rear drum sight. And right here you have your front adjustable sight. And as you can see there, you are spoilt for rail space on the top, the sides and below. As we move along, we have the fire selector switch. Let's have a listen. Okay, nice little subtle click there, feels very firm. Oh, and a much bigger click right there in full auto. And I must admit, as I'm turning it between the different points, it's got a very firm, almost gritty sensation as you're moving it. So you know you're moving it, and it's quite firm and goes into place nicely. So right there you have your grip with your access to the motor. Continuing with the nice markings, you also have your serial number, again your cheeky HK marking there, and down there too. And look, loving the attention to detail. As we move to this side, as you can see, the fire selector switch is ambidextrous. You have your mag release, your forward assist, and of course, as I showed you earlier, your hop-up adjustment. And as far as I know, there's nothing out there that beats Tokyo Marui hop-up. In fact, most are based on it anyway. Right, almost ready to see that go back and forth once I get the battery pack in. And of course, I'm expecting a nice little jolt. So at the front there, you've got more sling points, your flash hider, and this very long extended barrel. And the cool thing about this particular platform, you can screw this bad boy right off. And then you can pop this right back on. But wait, I don't want that back on there. Hold on. Haha, you know what's going to be going down in a few minutes. Oh yeah. I said, oh yeah. Shall we get the mag ready? Right. Right. Let's get the battery pack in. Let's do this. Right. Before I do anything, let me just make sure this bad boy works. I got my eye protection on. That works. Right, if you've ever seen me do Tokyo Marui unboxings, you know what I'm going to say now, don't you? Because of Japanese law. Oh, hold on, I've seen another bit of marking just there underneath that rail. Just so anyone wasn't mistaken, this rail system is for Airsoft. we're probably looking at about 280, 299 maybe at a push. Nice. Oh, that tracer. Okay. Remember, there's not many in the mag, so it might just finish after this. Oh my goodness! So there you go, very respectable for a TM out of the box. You know, it was hovering just under the 300s, and then the final one there on full auto, 293.3 and 14 rounds per second. Oh, look, it will not do anymore. And let me show you the bolt catch right there in the correct position. And look at the mag. It's out. Oh, and look, more markings. And you know what? Don't just take my word for it. Just check out other YouTubers that have the TM and you'll know where I'm coming from. Right. I'm expecting pure excellence in the accuracy test. Don't let me down. I know I'm not that far back, but come on. Compare it to my others. Let's see what's going to happen. And I'll tell you what, I'm obviously at that range not going to need that. Let's do this. In fact, do you know what? I'm going to put these sights back on just to make it fair, okay? So at least you know what you're getting out of the box. Oh my gosh, it was relentlessly accurate. Even here, because I got a bit cocky and thought, you know, it's a bigger red dot, I can relax a bit, and I didn't quite get them dead center, but look, every single one in the same spot. Look at that, look at that, and look at the full auto, barely even spreaded. Normally you should see a few around there when you're doing full auto, but oh my gosh. All of that deserves one almighty long remix 12-inch extended.
Perfect. 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 Perfect.
Oh, and by the way, if you're wondering how you switch the mag from 82 to 30, it's that little switch right there. And as you can see there, it's just one little screw holding that together. This thing is awesome, I'm telling you, it is absolutely awesome. I don't know any other AEG in this class that beats this, and I'm not just saying that because I got this for free. Check it out, here's some statistics for you. You see all the other quite pricey Tokyo Maruis that I've got, you know, them limited edition ones and all of that? I paid for all of that, none of that was free. This is the very first premium level TM I've ever gotten as a freebie to do a review for you, okay? Normally I buy my TMs and they're not cheap. That's how much faith I have in TM, okay? And I'm loving the fact again that this is a full metal platform. Can someone please tell me in the comments, how is it the little boys have to be plastic, yet these big boys can be metal? Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna hold the bolt catch in just to show you something. Again, just in case you didn't see it close enough. You can see there the mock bolt going back and forth. It's not going all the way back, it's just a little, you know. Let me get that on full auto. It's a nice clack, 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 and a nice little jolt too. I'm not going to say it's the strongest, but I tell you what, it's a beautiful little kick. So there you go, people. That is the Tokyo MARUI 416D Next Gen Recoil Shock. Oh, it is absolutely awesome. Have I found anything about it that is not to my liking? Well, it's always going to be about the FPS, you know that already. But hey, easily upgradable, okay? But again, out of the box with that sort of FPS around the 280 to 299 mark, this thing still outperforms most. How that's possible, I don't know, but oh, and I probably would have liked it if the mock bolt would travel back just a bit further than it does. And Tokyo MARUI, what's with the blank section right here? I mean, you've got it here. What happened there? Thanks again to Airsoft Entrepot. Really appreciate you sending this out to me. It's absolutely awesome. Love the patch too. That's going with my collection. So go and check out Airsoft Entrepot, and they're very good. If something is not there and not available at the time, they will do their best to get it in or get it back in for you. And I have first-hand proof of this, and you're going to see this thing hopefully in the next few weeks. Something very special, and very limited edition, and let me not say anything more. But anyway, thanks for watching. Huge thanks to all my casual viewers, my subscribers especially, thank you. And most of all, thank you to my VIP channel members, whether you're VIP level 1, 2 or 3. But hey, wait, let's get on to these tracer giveaways before the end of the video. So, those of you that entered the Brighter Sea giveaway for the Ace-Tech Tracer, that will be announced in a video in March, as I mentioned before. But in my previous video, I mentioned that I'm also going to be giving away the Ace-Tech Blaster when I get a second one sent to me, which is hopefully on its way very soon, and it might be in tan, okay? So here we go. Hit the comment section. Where did I get my target system from? The answer is so easy. It's literally right in front of your face. The first person to put that in the comment section, that tracer unit, when it gets to me, is yours. Oh, and as I've said before many times, this target system is no longer being made. They're not available anymore. Sorry.